What is going on, Juju Gang? Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's doing well. What is it going to take for Tesla to have two green days in a row? At this point, it's actually comical. We're down some $3, $4, something like that on Tesla after a 6% update yesterday. Now, let's talk about all things Tesla. It's been a while since I've posted on the channel, but I've been on other streams. I've been on Herbert's channel recently, Brighter with Herbert. And I just want to get my thoughts across as to what's happening at the moment. Tesla stock, for all intents and purposes, is stuck at the moment. And there's a fundamental reason why, and then there's more of a surface level reason why. I want to get into both. Fundamentally, I think we can all speak to it. It's not like EPS is rising. Margins may be bottoming here anytime. But we need to see those financials hit the books officially for Wall Street to take that into consideration. The growth is still obviously in question for the auto business in terms of how much more margin they might have to cut. But the good news is the EV rebate in the US, the Inflation Reduction Act, kicked in yesterday for the long range Model 3, $7,500 off. So in terms of the stock, and we look at fundamentals, that's still going to take some time, right? We talk about FSD. Of course, take rate of FSD will be shown in this earnings report. And I guess we'll find out what take rate was for full self-driving on monthly. And I reckon it actually will be higher than a lot of people have been projecting. People have been projecting like 2%. There's no way. Anyways, so that's the fundamental reason. But the surface level reason I want to get into a little bit. Before the vote passing, and Elon's vote has officially passed to ratify his comp package, then the same night Tesla filed to change their incorporation from Delaware to Texas. The same night. Talk about moving at lightning speed. Tesla was wasting literally not even an hour. They switched over, which tells me they're trying to beat something. Like, what is the reason to... I mean, of course, Tesla's just going to move at lightning speed because it's Tesla. But what is the main reason? It seems like they want to push this ratification through in the state of Texas so that if this judge gives them any problems in Delaware, they can go back into Texas and say, ratify this. Now, this judge has to be next level stupid for her to give this ratification any problems. The fact that it was even pulled back was because of disclosure issues, to which Tesla has fully, to at least my understanding, has fully disclosed this time, if not more, gone above and beyond their disclosure requirements. They're not stupid. So this passing should nullify any sort of stopping of Elon's comp that came from this judge prior to. So that's a big overhang that has passed through us, right? Despite that, why is the stock still stuck? If Elon's comp plan got passed, it seems like there is something else in the air. And again, I say this is surface level, more conjecture, that is keeping the stock a little bit more or less a lid on it. Now, of course, Master Plan Part 4 is coming out, Elon says, soon. The robotaxi event we know is August the 8th. By the way, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that event too close to the birthday. But anyways, there's a lid on the stock, it seems like. And so yesterday, and again, mind your sources because this is Wall Street Journal, but other people are reporting it, not that it means much, but it seems like the SEC is probing into Elon regarding his purchase of Twitter. And the fact that he didn't disclose fast enough when he acquired 5% as per disclosure rules. And so he delayed it. Now, what does that mean, right? And why do we care as Tesla people? Well, if the SEC is looking at that, and apparently there might be some sort of charges coming. I don't know how could be a Tesla Q conspiracy theory. But let's say, and I don't know the inner workings of what he's disclosed and what he didn't disclose. But let's say if he didn't disclose his 5% in time, there could be some action. And if there is some action, we know what happened in 2018 when, of course, Elon tweeted that Tesla is going to go private. The SEC asked him to be barred as any director from any company. And then he settled by paying a big fine and saying he's not going to be chairman anymore. Well, Elon is no longer chairman anyways, although he is technically qualified to be so again. So if this time around there is something happening, the rumor mill around Tesla Q has been, well, look, if something's coming, they could easily say, well, you didn't listen to us the first time. You continue to spit in the face of the SEC. We're gonna bar you from being a director of any company, and of course that gets him out as CEO of Tesla. Now I think that's a little bit overblown. I don't see that potential that happening with a high probability, but it is something that I think if when I look at the stock, the way it behaves is just so erratic. Day to day, it's just so erratic. It could go against the market. For the most part, it is very much against the market because the market's been up. I think Marco, shout out to Marco on our Discord channel, posted the diversion of the NASDAQ, the Qs, the QQQ from the past 1 year. They're up 30%. Tesla's down double that, 40, 50%, forget what it was. So anyways, that diversion is ugly, or sorry, multiple years. So that being said, it seems like there's one overhang after another after another. I don't put too much probability on this one, but I wanted to bring it to your radar as someone who is interested in Tesla to look into it at least as something that, like when big news stories drop, everyone says, what were the hints? What were the signs? At least we can look into them, even if they might not have high probability. It is something that we should probably look into if we're being fair and square with everything around Tesla and Elon. The thing is, I don't know if this is true because I'm not sure about what disclosure technically is needed behind the scenes, or if it has to be a public disclosure on the Twitter purchase. It's not really something that I can dive into too much. So the fact that there is, and by the way, the source on this was the former SEC chairman who goes around CNBC pontificating nowadays. He's saying, well, the reason why he hasn't been charged yet because they're trying to build up a bigger case on Elon. So look, I don't know what the truth of the matter is, but it is something that I wanted to bring on your radar as we stand here and we have some somewhat erratic behavior. But I wanted to leave on a positive note on the robotaxis. So 12.4, we know, essentially got kiboshed. Point 2 apparently is going to be the major release that happens wide. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days. But 12.4.2, and I'm on 12.3.6. I feel like I know the quirks of 12.3.6 now, being on it for about a month or more now, actually, pretty well. So I know certain stop sign maneuvers it's going to do that are just awkward. I know when it might not take the right of way, when it needs to, and it'll yield to, it'll be too nice. I am really excited for 12.4.2 because apparently it's supposed to be a 5 to 10 times better in terms of disengagement data. So I don't know if that's going to be true, but it is something that gets me really excited because, I mean, for the most part, I would say it's pretty predictable to me. For the most part, it's pretty predictable to me. I know when it's going to mess up. I know certain scenarios. Like one, for example, is the freaking bus lanes that we have here, right? From 3 to 6 p.m., our rightmost lane in traffic are for buses only. My car likes to, and it's been doing it a little bit less recently, but it likes to always switch into that lane to which I have to disengage. So is that a disengagement safety critical? No, but I'm going to get a ticket if I drive in that lane. The stop sign creep is a big one, right? It'll stop 5 feet before the stop sign and then creep up to the stop sign very slow, fully stop again at the stop sign, and then go past that. It's just awkward. Is that safety critical? No, but it is something that needs to be fixed if it's going to go wide release. So this 8.8 event just gets me very excited on the future of robotaxi and Tesla. The market is so not appreciating it. And the big news of the weekend, I almost forgot this, is that Tesla China, in Shanghai specifically, they've approved preliminarily the first few FSD cars to go out on the road. And I'm super excited to see how that performs. It's a first big step for Tesla to move to a driverless future. And so, yeah, look into that. I retweeted it a couple of days ago. It's I think massive news that the market really doesn't care about too much. The market's heard the boy who cried wolf on Elon talking about robotaxis for so long that they can't really hear him straight. But one of these days, and the improvements that come through, I'll be sure to give my honest opinion on, like I always have. And thanks for watching. Yeah, signing off. Peace.